I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your NXT review for July 10th, 2013. And we kick off NXT the right way with that Divas Tournament to see who's going to become the first ever NXT Women's Champion. Right now we got Summer Rae versus Emma, two blonde ladies that I enjoy immensely, and they're having a match against each other. Now on commentary, they describe her as oblivious, which just compounds onto my point that I'm quite sure that Emma is a stoner lady. There's so many things about NXT to touch on, and the Divas are one of them. But man, just look at NXT. You have so many crazy personalities. You got people like Leo Kruger, Bayley, and Emma, amongst many others like the Wyatt family, who are just complete basket cases. They're mentally insane. There's something wrong with their brains. And they all conjugate over here on NXT. I swear, it's like WWE looked at the roster like a year or so ago and said, my God, all of these new guys, they are all bland as cardboard, so let's have a new developmental group of wrestlers who are just completely bonkers, and let's put them all on a show together and surround the ring with yellow ropes. And I think that's how it happened. But anyways, they have quite a long match. I mean, if you're used to those Raw matches, my God, this was like an Iron Man match compared to that. I like both of these ladies in the ring. Emma, surprisingly to me, actually came away with the victory, which I was pretty happy about. They were trading who was pinning each other and rolling back and forth. One person's shoulders were on the ground and then the other. But Emma came away with the victory, and I was very happy about that. Then there seemed to be a post-match beatdown as Summer Rae was very upset that she got beat. And then Paige came out, and I was like, yes, how could this night get any better? And Paige helps out, and she takes, Summer Rae has to run away, and I'm just looking and I'm like, I guess, is Paige gonna attack Emma as well? But no, she doesn't. So I was just a little confused about that, because I thought Paige would just attack both of them, but she didn't. She helped them up. She just looked. Paige looked at Emma and she's walked off. So there you go. Emma moves on, and she's gonna face Paige next time, and that's gonna be so awesome. I don't know if it'll be the next episode, but it's gonna be soon, believe me. Now we have a segment backstage. It's Bayley. Bayley is super excited, and she is kooky as she could possibly be. I know that she's pretty crazy in the ring when I saw her, but I haven't seen her in a backstage segment until now, and she was just like out there. She was she was just acting weird. And I mean, I guess that's the way she is, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody on NXT just seems to be a little bit nuts. And she was so excited to be talking to Dusty Rhodes, the commissioner, and then out of nowhere, here comes Ric Flair, and I was like, wow, they must have recorded this episode a long time ago, because I thought that Ric Flair was having, like, health problems or something or another. Anyways, he was there with Dusty, so that was a cool moment. And Bayley, she starts begging Flair to do his thing, and I was like, what thing is she talking about? I think she means the woo, but I wasn't too sure. I really wasn't. And we see that Flair's daughter is there, and I was like, uh-oh, it's Charlotte. Charlotte is going to be wrestling on NXT, and apparently she's going to be wrestling Bayley next week, so that should be cool indeed. But Ric Flair, he disappears, but he comes back and does his woo thing for Bayley, and Bayley is just marking out like crazy. Now we got Sami Zayn versus Leo Kruger. And Sami Zayn, man, the fans keep doing the ole, ole, ole thing, right? Because they love that character from the indies, and they keep chanting it even though he's changed his gimmick. And you might say, Chronix, well, what is the difference between the fans exposing a previous character in that with Sami Zayn, and you not really having a problem with it, versus what happened on Raw with Bray Wyatt when people started chanting his old name from back in the day and kind of exposing who he is and, you know, ignoring what's happening now and kind of disrespecting what's happening now? Well, I'll tell you this, because Bray Wyatt is a great character to have. It's already over. People like it. They've invested all this time and money to make him this person, this personality. This is gonna be big. But Sami Zayn is a stupid character. I mean, I don't know what the story is. I assume it's that Sami Zayn was like, look, y'all can't have my old gimmick. I'm not going to let you have the name, and I'm going to keep it for myself, because knowing you, WWE, you're probably just going to throw me out on the curb, and then I'm going to have no name, and you're going to own the name, and then I'm going to be screwed. That might have been the case. I'm not sure. But see, the thing is, people are chanting it because that old gimmick was over like crazy. It was like a wildfire. People loved it, and they still love it, and they want to see it. Sami Zayn is just a dude. He's just a guy. He doesn't really have that much of a direction. He's just some guy named Sami Zayn. So I think that's a little bit different. Just a little bit. Leo Kruger comes away with the victory. And I just ripped my page. Corey Graves, Adrian Neville, and William Regal have a interview segment backstage. And I couldn't help but notice that William Regal looked like a giant in this segment, and I kept thinking, I thought he wasn't that tall, but I am not that sure. William Regal made some kind of joke about how when he was born, the doctor touched his behind, and then he broke his hand? And I was like, man, William Regal, you are crazy, man. He's so melodic. He just talks in such a low tone, and then he hits you with a joke. The man is also insane. I'm telling you, this is like the crazy house over here on NXT. And speaking of William Regal, since he's going to be having a match tonight with these two other guys, he's not on commentary. And guess who is on commentary once again? Brad freaking Maddox. Now look, I liked Brad Maddox. I had faith in the guy, and I still have faith in the guy. But what they're doing with him now? No, I don't have faith in that at all. It's like the Sami Zayn thing. He was once an over wrestler in the indie scene, right? But now, he's just a dude. But Brad Maddox is so much worse. It's offensively worse. When he was the rogue referee, that stuff was entertaining. That was good. I liked it. And I assume that most other people liked it as well. When he started transitioning, we were unsure but hopeful because he was so funny and everything. Then he gets on Raw. I think it was like a Chris Jericho highlight reel segment or something. Dude freezes, doesn't know what to say. Boo! Keeps coming out, doing nothing, disappearing for weeks, reappearing. Boo! Starts doing terrible commentary. Boo! Now he's the general manager of Raw. Boo! This sucks. Look, there's so many people that could be a better announcer than Brad Maddox. Look at the man that they just fired recently. Matt Stryker. That man was great on commentary. And this is what we get, Brad freaking Maddox. I'm telling you, I can't even imagine all the people whose dream it is to be a commentator for WWE or just wrestling, period. It is their dream. It is their passion. And to see people like Brad freaking Maddox doing commentary, this has got to be the most depressing thing to see, witness in front of their faces. It's just sad, right? There he is, Brad Maddox, doing commentary. The worst man they could possibly pick for the job. Now we have a 2-on-1 match. It is Mason Ryan versus Enzo and Colin Cassidy. And, dude, I don't think Mason Ryan is ever going to get over. This is actually kind of sad. I feel a little sad for the guy. Enzo wins, so he gets an upset over Mason Ryan. I wasn't too upset. Were you? Now we have the NXT Commissioner. He said, you know, this whole problem with Cesaro, Leo Kruger, and Sami Zayn, well, next week we're going to fix all of that, man, because we are going to have an NXT #1 contender crowned next week. All three of these guys are going to be in the ring at the same time, triple threat style, and we will find out who that #1 contender is for the NXT Championship, and I say thumbs up to that. Now we have the Wyatt family, got those tag team titles on their hands, versus Adrian Neville, Corey Graves, and William Regal. And this was a fine match. I didn't really have any problem with it or anything. It is kind of weird because the Wyatt family just debuted on Raw, but they're on NXT still. I thought that they would transition and completely leave, which doesn't make any sense because dudes over here are the tag champions of NXT. But at the same time, I mean, Big E Langston is still on Raw and on NXT, so I guess it doesn't really mean that they can't go back and forth or anything. So I guess the Wyatt family is here to stay. That was one thing I was kind of concerned about when the Wyatt family came to Raw. I thought that meant that they were going to be done very soon on NXT, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So, I mean, I really ain't got no problem with that, I don't guess. But the Wyatt family, they come away with the victory. And that was NXT, my friends. And it was a fine show. I think so indeed. Alright, now I want to bring this up. I've been thinking about this ever since I started YouTube, and I never said anything about it. I let it slide every time it happened to me. But dang it, I feel like I gotta bring this up, because it is a huge annoyance to me. And it's got to be an annoyance to everybody else on YouTube, because I'm sure it happened to somebody at least once. So I get these messages all the time of people saying, subscribe to my channel. And I don't have a problem with people asking me to subscribe to their channel. Or, hey, Chronix, check out my channel. Or please see what I got. Or please subscribe. Or, you know, I think you might like this. Here, check this out. Dude, I got no problem with that. That's nice. You're asking me a question. You're asking me nicely. But this is what irritates me. And this just happened like yesterday. And it actually happens almost daily, for real. People will send me a message and they will say, subscribe to my channel. And that'll be the end of the message. They don't even put my freaking name in it. They just say, subscribe to my channel, period. And I'm just like, that's not even a question. That's a demand. That is a statement. You are saying, you do this. It's almost as if, like, they're mad that I'm not already subscribed to them, so they're like, subscribe now! And I'm just like, but no. I'm not gonna subscribe to your channel. Not with an attitude like that. But I just wanted to bring that up because I thought, you know what? A lot of people have probably had this happen to them somewhere or somehow. Alright guys, if you missed YWF Mayhem, I got a special clip of what happened, so you can check it out. And please, 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 if you like it, subscribe. And if you don't, well dang it.
Subscribe to it now, because I demand that you do so, because you have offended me that you haven't before. Ah!
Of course you can trust me. You're taking one step toward the next key for me.
Whoa, 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 Carrie Perry. I know you've been on a search for Raven Lopez's baby daddy. You were the one that re-signed Raven Lopez. You were the one that started the women's division. It all made sense. You even planted a kiss on me, the woman you bashed the most. So I did a little bit of investigating and a little bit of peeking through the keyhole. And I found out what you were doing behind the scenes. I found out your little skeleton in the closet. And the truth is about to come out. Oh wait, what's Carrie Perry so happy about? Who's he happy to see when no one's looking? Oh my gosh, Harry, don't pull his hair. Get off the hair. Someone needs to break that up before the 5 count. Wow, Carrie Perry, you are gay.
Damn it, Liz Thomas. It's true. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Top fucking motherfucker.